Hello, everybody, and welcome back into another video. If you are new here, thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. And if you have been here before to this platform, well, then welcome back. So, today's video is going to be covering a part two of advice for women. Although this is going to be more specific, this is going to be about how to date and how to stop dating for love. So the first video was about like how to date, how to navigate as a woman in her 20s, 30s, and 40s. This video is going to cover stop dating for love. And I know this is going to be controversial, but as a healed woman, this is just the blueprint. This is the glow print, and you either catch it or you don't. So stop dating for love. I have notes here that I've written down about this topic. I want to keep this video at like 10 minutes, maybe 12 at max, because it doesn't need to be that long. It's going to be straight to the point. And yeah, let's get into it. So stop dating for love. And this is going to be in your friendships. This is going to be in your intimate relationships. Stop dating for love. And what I mean by this is stop wearing your heart on your sleeve. You don't need to wear your heart on your sleeve to receive love. Okay, let's just make that very clear. You don't have to walk around with your vulnerability and all of that nature. You don't need to walk around with your vulnerability on your sleeve to be able to receive the love that you deserve for yourself in this life. So love yourself and date for knowledge. Date to get to know what men and women are doing at your age group and your tax brackets. Um, get to know what they're doing. This goes for even if you're looking for a female friendship. You have to date people not for love, but for knowledge, because you need to know if you are the shark in a pond full of fish, or if you are a fish and in a pond full of sharks, in an ocean full of sharks, right? Because if you're the shark in a pond full of fish, you are the bad guy. Even if you're wearing your heart on your sleeve, you are still portrayed as the bad guy because you're a shark, because you know more, because you are more stronger, you have more protection, you have more ability. Okay? So when you're wearing your heart on your sleeve, around these people who don't have the ability that you have to even understand love and receive love and give love, then you're the bad guy and it's not worth it. And this is why you should be dating for knowledge and not for love. Now, when it comes to love, you want to take your love strictly to the Lord. You give your love strictly to God. You give your love strictly to the Lord. You give your vulnerabilities strictly to God. You give them to the Lord. And I feel like in the last video, there's controversy about it because like there was reactions on Facebook where it was shocking that I was saying that women should not be telling men about their past. You should not be telling men about the horrible ways that people have treated you. Even if you're a man, you should not be telling the women that you meet how you were able to get off on. You shouldn't hand people that blueprint. You should use that blueprint to your advantage so that you can start dating for knowledge and not love. No, I'm not saying that you need to go around manipulating people's minds in order to get what you want. That is completely the opposite of my message, and that will never, ever be my message because I am a person who has been on both sides of that, and neither one of those sides are fun. And quite frankly, you and I are much better. Okay, you and I are much better than people who play around with other people's minds because they have nothing else useful to do in their life. So yeah, get to know what people your age are doing. Okay, it doesn't matter how old you are. Get to know what the men and women are doing when you're wanting to date, when you want friendships. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. Get to know people, because I promise you, most of the time, you don't actually want from human beings what you think you want. Most of the time we want security, we want that love from God, and it is so unconditional and it is so powerful, and humans will never be able to amount to what God could give you and I, period. They will never be able to, which is why you need to date for knowledge, discernment, if you will. Okay. um because when you date for this knowledge, when you date for knowledge, you understand what people are doing with their valuable time and what people are doing with their free time. Both of those things are very much important, because yes, you can meet a girl or a guy, a woman or a man who is working all the time. They're workaholics. They have money, they have ambition, but in their free time, they are completely slacking off and they're doing things that no one should be able to see behind, I mean, in front of open doors or behind. So it is very, very crucial that when you are looking, seeking out, even, even praying, I need to stress on this, not stress, but I need to emphasize that even when you are praying to the Lord for specific things and specific people to come into your life and help you, you need to be very, very specific, and you have to understand what it is, what your boundaries are. You have to understand who you are as a person. This is why I say you have to date for knowledge. And I'm not just talking about intimate relationships, but even in friendships, because you can really set yourself back by not understanding who you are as a woman and a man, and who other people are choosing to be in as their avatar, as their woman, as their man. You see what I'm saying? It's very, very, very crucial that you understand what people are doing in their valuable time and in their free time, because that is going to direct what kind of boundary you need to put up with that person, especially if they're not the people who you are looking for, who you're interested in. Now, I do want to add that when you meet the people who are meant for you, you will not find yourself having to use your boundaries every single day with these people. This is where standards comes in. So this is where you are you create your standards by dating for knowledge. You create your standards by dating for knowledge. So with standards, you've already set the bar. You've already set the bar. People already know not to play with you. People already know you can't wear her clothes. You cannot invite her out at 3 a.m. You cannot invite her out past 9 p.m. Standards are important because it is a filter for unwanted presences, unwanted surprises, okay? Lingering, monitoring spirits, okay? Those are what standards are for. And when you find your people, your soul tribe, your community, when you find that, when you create that, those people are not going to be people you have to use your boundaries with, because those people are going to have their own set of standards, right? They're going to have their own set of standards. So they're not going to want to play with yours, because they know good darn well they don't want no one playing with their standards, right? It's the people who have it's the people who want you to wear your heart on your sleeve that don't care for your standards. It's the people who want you to excessively give and pour into them that want you to wear your heart on your sleeve, and they are never going to respect your boundaries. They're going to tell you that your standards are too much. They'll tell you you don't deserve it. You're bitter. You are not enough. They'll tell you all of these things to shrink you down to their level. And this is why you have to date for knowledge, not for love. You need to receive your knowledge through discernment, and you need to receive your love through prayer, replenishing God, replenishing you, yin and yang, right? Ooh, so this is gonna go hand in hand with the people who don't respect your boundaries. Do not let people humble you to man. Don't let them break you down so that you can fit into their boxes. Don't. No, I have literally walked away from jobs paying top dollar that people would literally do anything for. I have had to walk away from positions in corporate America because they will try to shrink you down. They will try to humble you to man. They will try to tell you, oh, when you come into this business, we're gonna train you up on everything. Yeah, they're gonna train you, but in that midst of training, what are they training you for? Are they training you to get? Are they training you to be comfortable in your and at the most lowest point of yourself when you're compromising all of yourself? Yeah, yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Not this glow girl, not this glow prince. Okay, um stop letting people humble you. Stop letting men humble you. Women, if you know what you want, go get it. Have a standard. Keep your standards because they are there for a reason. The Lord is placing those icks in your life for a reason. So that is to sum up not dating for love. That is a sum up of why you don't need to be dating for love and why you need to be dating for knowledge, why you need to be dating for information, and emphasis on the dating. Listen, I'm not saying walk around your job or in public settings and be disgustingly rude to people and not give them kindness. Okay? I'm telling you that you don't need to be out here. If you're going to be allowing men to come into your space, come into your body, come into things, and you're going to be allowing women to come into your home, come into your life, come into your children's lives, if you're going to be allowing people to do these things, then you need to be making sure that you are dating these people for knowledge and information about who you are and about who they are. Like when I say who you are, I mean what you're willing to let happen and what you're willing to not at all ever let happen again. Okay, it is very, very important because your children are watching. They're picking up on how you choose to behave. They pick up on how you choose to respond and handle things. They pick up on how you choose to handle bullies, good people, kind people. Like they're picking up on all of that, right? And that's for the women who, those are for the glow girls who have children, right? But even if you want to get there one day, that advice is going to always be timeless. It is always going to be timeless. And the most important thing I want for the people taking away from this video is that you should be dating for knowledge and you should not be dating for love and you should not be walking around with your heart on your sleeve.